Everything is set for a new UPSL matchup. Chicago Nation FC hosts TVDFC at the College of DuPage Football Stadium. UPSL, the largest and most competitive pro development league in North America. This Saturday at 7 p.m., let the playoffs begin.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new match of the United Premier Soccer League Premier Division Spring Season. And what a game we have for you tonight. Here at College of DuPage Football Stadium in Glen Ellyn, Illinois, Chicago Nation FC and TVDF FC will be playing the Midwest Central semifinals. Welcome, everybody. You are watching the game live on the YouTube channel of Midwest Media Network. Thank you for following the game. Thank you for cheering on your team. Thank you for supporting your friends and family. It's going to be a great match in between Chicago Nation FC, one, if not the biggest team in the Midwest Central Conference. They finish at the top in the league phase with 9 victories and only 1 loss against Wisloka Chicago. Meanwhile, TVDFC finishing the 5th position with a victory against Round Lake Evolution, and that's how they managed to reach the quarterfinals, where they defeated Berber City FC in a penalty shootout that ended 4-2 for the team from Madison, Wisconsin. That's how things are right now. The other semifinal in between Wisloka Chicago and Round Lake Evolution is being played right now. Round Lake Evolution is winning as they are reaching the end of the first half, 1-0 for Round Lake Evolution. And the game here at College of DuPage is about to begin in about 6 to 5 minutes, if not a little bit more, since the teams are still warming up. But I was saying earlier, it's going to be an interesting game. Chicago Nation with their top goal scorers Noah Glorioso, Tyler Bagley, and Elias McLeod. These 3 players will be starting today for the team coached by Garrett Hayward, trying to win for the 3rd time in a row the Midwest Central Conference, while TVDFC depends entirely, not entirely, but especially on their striker and captain, Miguel Condeguo, who has scored 11 goals, the 10 goals in the league phase, plus the one he scored in the quarterfinals against Berber City from a free kick. After that, Ibrahim Camil, who's also starting, has scored 4 goals, and it's going to be a great match here at College of DuPage. Ladies and gentlemen, Chicago Nation, one of the biggest teams in the United Premier Soccer League altogether. They reached the Final Four of the UPSL 3 times in total. They finished in the 2nd place in the full season of 2021, where they were defeated against Foro Soccer Club, and they finished in the 3rd place in spring of 2025 and spring of 2023. Little piece of data of information that you might not know is that in that occasion, in the spring season of 2023, they were defeated in the semifinals against American Sports Frenzy. Now, you don't have to know the team, but in that team from Florida, in American Sports Frenzy, there was a young player from Ivory Coast who's now making headlines at the World Cup. Yan Diomande defeated Chicago Nation back in spring of 2023. Well, that's just something for you to know. Chicago Nation is almost ready for the start of the game, while TVDFC is still getting ready. And if you're watching the game live on the YouTube channel of Midwest Media Network, feel free to leave your comment, feel free to leave your support. If we can, we'll read it out live. So, as we wait for the game to start, with the help of our director, Bruno Giorgi, let's go over the starting lineups for today's game. Starting with Chicago Nation FC. Today, the starting goalkeeper, number 19, Sebastian Doppelhofer. Then, 4 defenders, number 20, Bake Kurtz, number 24, Bon Osga, number 22, Christian Baumgartner, and number 30, Cruz Held. In midfield, number 6, Nick Clapjan, number 8, Elias McLeod, and number 10, Tyler Bagley. Then, the strikers coming from Brazil, number 11, Giovanni, and number 9, Nilsson. Then, the top goal scorer of the team, number 3, Noah Glorioso, trying to score his 8th goal of the season, maybe even more, who knows. That's the starting lineup of Chicago Nation, the team from Glen Ellyn, Illinois. And you can see the team Chicago Nation FC gathering around the coach, Garrett Hayworth, an eminence, not only in the team, but in the UPSL. And now, let's go over the team from Madison, Wisconsin. Let's go over TVDFC. The starting goalkeeper will be number 1, Ludwig Netzler. Then 4 defenders, number 12, Nathan Litkover. Number 20, Jake Gross. Number 21, Konrad Siatja. And number 18, Davis Nelson. In midfield, number 6, Bakara Motouré. Number 10, Elia Kambali. And number 16, Andrew Marchesi. Then the strikers, number 11, Ibrahim Kamil. Number 7, the captain, Miguel Condewo. And number 14, Pamado Barri. That's the team coached by Benny Delgado for today's game. TVDFC, it's an interesting team. And since they joined the UPSL Midwest Central, they've been a really interesting team to follow since they qualified every single time to the playoffs. Back in spring of 2025, they reached the semifinals where they were defeated against Wisloka Chicago 2-0. And then last season, full season of 2025, they reached the quarterfinals, and once again they were defeated by Wisloka Chicago 2-0 once again. Chicago Nation has won the Midwest Conference 8 times in total. That was the national anthem of the United States, and now the greeting in between the players and the officials. Leading the way for TVDFC, we have Miguel Condego, number 7. Leading the way for Chicago Nation FC, we have number 8, Elias McLeod. So, get ready, ladies and gentlemen. In just 2 minutes, the game will start. Chicago Nation has a 4-3-3 formation. Same for TVDFC. The team coached by Benny Delgado is going to go blow for blow, hit for hit against Chicago Nation, against the big one. And now it's turn for the captain, Miguel, to speak to his teammates, knowing that the whole season is at stake right now. And Chicago Nation, right now, is gathering for the photo for the social media. There you have it, folks. And I was saying earlier, when I was announcing the starting 11, 2 Brazilian players, both strikers, Geovanio, number 11, and Nilson, number 9. Both players with a lot of experience in Brazil. José Nilson dos Santos Silva, 35-year-old, 6'5" from Sao Paulo, Brazil, has played in Vasco da Gama. Santos has played also in Japan, Bolivia, and the first division of Thailand. Meanwhile, Geovanio Santos Silva, 34 years old, 5'11", from Ilha das Flores, has also played for Santos, for Flamengo, for Atlético Mineiro, and Chapecoense. You might be wondering, how do those players end up here at Chicago Nation? Well, Chicago Nation has struck a deal, has affiliated with Amazonas FC from Brazil, and that's how some of these players ended up right here. Another interesting player with a really interesting story to follow is number 10, Tyler Bagley. Tyler James Bagley, the player from San Clemente, California. But I'll talk more about him later, because right now, the game is about to begin. And there we go! Chicago Nation plays against TVDFC here at College of DuPage. In the center of the field, the pass from Clapton to McLeod. Over the right side, searching for Geovanio. It's an interesting pass towards the center. The recovery from Jake Gross, number 20. The pass over the left side, searching for his teammate, Pamadou Barry. The recovery from Chicago Nation. In center, we have number 6, Clapton, passing the ball back to Baumgartner. Manuel Hilario, coach, acompanhando o jogo do Brasil. Obrigado. Just like Manu has done, you can leave your message, you can leave your support, and we'll read it out live. The pass over the left side. It was almost intercepted, but Chicago Nation still has the ball. The pass searching for Nielsen. It's a good ball over the right side. Chicago Nation could play it back. They make a nutmeg. This could be the first goal of the match, and the goalkeeper, Metzler, has just saved TVDFC from conceding the first goal of the match. Before the first minute of the game, Chicago Nation does not want to fool around. The goalkeeper, Ludwig Metzler, has just saved TVDFC. First save of the match. The throw-in with Bay Kurtz. Bay plays in short. Nielsen plays all the way back with center back Christian Baumgartner. Over the left side, number 30, Cruz held. Cruz will actually be celebrating his birthday tomorrow. The pass from Baumgartner back to Austrian goalkeeper Sebastian Doppelhofer over the right side now with Osgar. Osgar with Baumgartner. TVDFC right now waiting for the attack from Chicago Nation. Not wanting to risk it. Look at the way every single player from TVDFC on their own side. And Chicago Nation in possession of the ball. The pass from Clapton over the left side. The header and the recovery from Nielsen. He tries to turn around. He passes the ball back to his teammate. That's number 8, Elias McLeod. Over the right side, that's Bay Kurtz. Bay plays it back. Osgar. Osgar goes forward. Good circulation of the ball from Chicago Nation right now. Over the left side, that's number 6, Nick Clapjan. Nick searching and finding Cruz held. Here comes Cruz. He tries to make a short pass towards Noah Glorioso. Be careful. TVDFC managing to clear the ball away just in time. That Chicago Nation still has the ball. The pass from Baumgartner to Osgar. And right now, every single player from Chicago Nation, with the exception of the goalkeeper Doppelhofer, are on enemy side. A new message from Vinicius Dantes. Oggi tem gol de Giovanni. Long pass, but there's nobody there who could take care of that ball. So Chicago Nation will recover it with a throw-in on the right side of the field. On the right side, we have Bay Kurtz, number 20, the 30-year-old from Indiana who has played for Real Salt Lake Academy and Chicago Nation Academy, Chicago Fire Academy. The pass towards the center, searching for Nielsen. Nielsen towards the left side, towards Glorioso. The clearance from TVDFC. And the ball sticks with Chicago Nation. And it seems like it's going to be this way for the whole game. Chicago Nation in possession of the ball. TVDFC searching for a counterattack. Long ball over the left side towards number 30, Cruz Hell. The clearance from TVDFC. It's going to be a throw-in for Chicago Nation. Here we have the standings, how the regular season ended for both teams. Over the left side, number 30, Cruz held. Cruz searches for a spot. He passes the ball back to the center back, Osgar. Osgar with Kurtz. Kurtz towards the center. McLeod plays it back with the center back. Over the left side, Baumgartner is wide open. They play with Christian. Christian leads the attack. He passes the ball to Cruz. Cruz towards the center once again. The center back, Osgar. Osgar towards the right side. It's a good pass. Good control. They try to make a cross. Once again, the goalkeeper, Metzler. So far, the goalkeeper, Ludwig Metzler, has been the most important player of the match, saving TVDFC twice. And here comes the pass from Nielsen over the left. Cruz held. The pass from Nielsen towards Elias McLeod, number 8. Elias over the right side with Osgar. Osgar searching for Giovanni, number 11. Chicago Nation controls the ball. But right now they are struggling to break through the defense of TVDFC. Held. Cruz held. The 17-year-old passing the ball back to Elias McLeod. Pass from Nielsen back to Elias. McLeod with Cruz. Cruz tries to turn around and leaves the ball with his teammate Baumgartner. Mande abraço para a família do Giovanni aqui do Brasil, of course. Huge shout out for the family of Giovanni following the game all the way from Brazil. The ball going forward with Tyler Bagley. Nielsen back to Tyler. They try to pass the ball back to Nielsen. Their recovery from TVDFC. Good pressure by Chicago Nation. That's the first foul of the game. After 6 minutes of pressure from Chicago Nation, where TVDFC had to defend themselves, TVDFC finally recovered the ball. In charge of the free kick, the goalkeeper, Ludwig Anton Paul Mixler from Germany. The pass over the right side, the clearance from Davis Nelson, the header from Baumgartner, and here comes Cruz Held. The ball leaves the field, throw-in for Chicago Nation. The throw-in towards Nielsen. Nielsen tries to play it back with Cruz. Their recovery. Here comes Miguel Condewo. Once again, good pressure from Chicago Nation. But over here, the team from Wisconsin is able. The ball never left the field. Yes, the assistant referee took a little while to raise the flag. It's going to be a throw-in for the away team, for TVDFC. TVDFC actually had to wait until the last game of the regular season to reach the playoffs. They were sitting just one position away. They had to face Round Lake Evolution, a team who finished in the third place, and TVDFC managed to defeat Round Lake Evolution 6-2. But they also had to wait because Chicago Strikers, a team that was sitting in a better position, had to lose their game. They were facing Chicago Nation. Chicago Nation defeated Chicago Strikers 1-0, and that's how TVDFC managed to qualify for the playoffs. They played in the quarterfinals against Berber City, and after that, here they are against Chicago Nation, trying to reach the final match of the Midwest Central Conference of the UPSL. Here comes Cruz Held. Cruz turns around against three players of TVDFC. He protects the ball. Here to help out, Elias McLeod. Elias lost it. And this could be an interesting counterattack from Camille. Ibrahim Camille. Number 11 turns around. He passes the ball back to Kambali. It was a foul against Camille. The second foul of the game. Free kick for TVDFC. After a difficult start, they are starting to get a grip on the game. Another message from Rose Grafin. A kiss to Ana Laura. She is watching the game with all the Brazilian family and cheering for Nation and for Amazonas, of course. And right now, TVDFC with Camille are trying to make a cross. Camille could play back with number 18. Good pressure from behind by Cruz Held. It's going to be a throw-in for TVDFC. Here comes number 18, Davis Nelson. Davis, who has played for North Central College Cardinals. Nelson with the captain, Miguel. Miguel plays it back with Andrew. Andrew fights for the ball. Good pressure by the player from Spain. The pass over the left side is good. The cross towards the box. The clearance by Baumgartner. Over the right side, Giovanni tries to recover the ball. The header from TVDFC. And now a throw-in for Chicago Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for following the game. You're watching it live on the YouTube channel of Midwest Media Network. It wouldn't be possible for us to make this broadcast without Midwest Media Network, without Peter Masiuk, and without Better Media. Today, we have the direction of Bruno Giorgi and the assistance of Heidi Molina. Thanks to them and thanks to you, this is possible. With a quick succession of passes, Chicago Nation is able to advance on the left side with Cruz Held. Cruz plays it back with number 22, Baumgartner. McLeod back to Christian, and Baumgartner plays it with Osga. Bon Osga, the 20-year-old from Illinois. He has also played for Chicago Fire Academy and for Barbarian United Soccer Club. Not only that, but he also plays for the Yale Bulldogs. The soccer team of Yale University. The ball towards the box, headed away by Jake Ross. Another header from Osga, and over the right side, the clearance by TVDFC. Once again, Osga protecting Chicago Nation. Over the left side, number 14, Barry, runs after the ball. Good pressure from Barry. It's going to be a throw-in for TVDFC. Rose saying, I am in Brazil, but I am from Chicago, and I am roasting the Brazilian player. Barry leaves the throw-in for his teammate. It's going to be number 12, Nathan Lidokover. Nathan goes forward to Parry. The pressure by Kurtz and the recovery from Baumgartner. That's Klabjan. Klabjan has been a crucial part for Chicago Nation throughout these last years. And right now, Chicago Nation has a good chance to make a cross towards Nilsson. Nilsson with the header, and it's a foul. That's what the referee is saying. Free kick for TVDFC. Was there really a foul from Nilsson? It was a clash, and usually the goalkeeper... I have to agree with the ref on this one. Tonight, all Amazonas teams are watching this game and cheering for the Chicago Nation. Thanks for the update, Rose. I was saying earlier, Chicago Nation has managed to strike a deal, has been affiliated with Amazonas FC back in Brazil, and not only that, but also with New York Cosmos in the USL League One. Mande un abrazo para Marielo. Of course, a huge long pass from TVDFC, but it all ends up with the goalkeeper, Sebastian Doppelhofer. Sev plays over the left. Cruz held the left back towards the center back, Baumgartner. Baumgartner playing with Osga. Osga over the right side with Bay Kurtz. Bay plays along the line, the ball left the field. Giovanni tried to recover the ball but couldn't do so. Recovery for TVDFC, the team coached by Benny Delgado. Towards Barry. Well, now Chicago Nation recovers the ball. First foul from TVDFC. Free kick for the home team. Baumgartner with the ball. That's McLeod. McLeod, who has scored 5 goals throughout the season so far. Towards Nilsson, the good pass from Nilsson to Cruz. Good pressure from number 6 today. That's why Cruz passes the ball back to his teammate, number 24, Osga. Osga with a good ball over the right side. Giovanni with the cross towards Nilsson. The clearance is not perfect. The recovery from Tyler Bagley. Let's see what happens now. Who will win the ball? Camille avoids the corner kick, but it's going to be a throw-in for Chicago Nation, and they play quickly. McLeod with the cross, the header from number 6, Turay, and another recovery for Chicago Nation. So far, in 15 minutes, Chicago Nation dominates the ball. They have shot twice, and they have met the goalkeeper Ludwig Metzler. Good work by Giovanni over the right side. Giovanni tries to make a cross here. Good dribbling skills by number 11. He could make a cross. Instead, he plays it back. Kurtz. Kurtz plays towards the center. Number 22, Baumgartner. Baumgartner with Bagley. That seemed like a foul against Tyler. And the ref blows the whistle. It's a foul from Tyler. And it's going to be a warning for number 10. I was saying earlier, Bagley has a really interesting story. Tyler was born in San Clemente, California. He has played for Cornell University, and he was actually drafted by Inter Miami, you know, the team where Lionel Messi plays. Although Tyler didn't make it to the MLS team, he played with the second team in the MLS Next Pro, and he played with some interesting players. For example, Tyler Bagley has played with the son of David Beckham, and he has played with Benjamin Cremacci. Benjamin Cremacci, an Argentinian player. No, he is actually from the States with Argentinian parents, who right now is playing at Parma in Serie A. Good pressure from Chicago Nation. They were asking for a foul. I think it's going to be just a throw-in. Yeah, for Chicago Nation. And Cruz plays back with Baumgartner. Baumgartner towards the center. That's number 24, Osga. Back to Baumgartner. Baumgartner goes forward towards Nielsen. The clearance, that's Tyler Bagley. Bagley plays it back. Baumgartner with Osga. Osga towards the right side. That's a good ball. Let's see what happens now. Bagley with the cross towards Nielsen. The clearance, and here comes Cruz held. Cruz struggles and loses the ball against Camille, number 11. Good run from Camille. Bagley gets in the way. The recovery from Kurtz. Great pass from Giovanni. Here comes Nielsen with the ball. It was a great pass from number 11. And this is going to be a goal kick for TBDFC. But did you saw that pass from Giovanni? Pure class from number 11. More messages from the fans. Mari saying, Bayo Giovanni. Rose saying, we love Adrian Grafrin, former Chicago Nation, playing today in Brazil. And Conrado, acompanhando o jogo aqui do Brasil. Once again, thank you very much. Obrigado. Muito obrigado. Muchas gracias for following the game. If you're enjoying the game so far, if you're enjoying the broadcast, feel free to leave a like. It really helps out. And of course, you can leave your messages, you can leave your support, and we'll read it out live. Over here, Marchetti. Andrew plays along the line. The ball left the field. It was number 18. Nelson playing with Marchetti. Okay, it was a throw-in for Chicago Nation, but the officials think otherwise. It's going to be... Okay. They changed it twice. First for TVDFC, and now back to Chicago Nation. Cruz held with the ball. Cruz towards the center. Over the right side. Good pass to Giovanni. That's number 6, Klavjan. McLeod. McLeod with Nielsen. McLeod lost the ball. And here comes Camille. Number 11 at full speed. Good tackle from behind. Good recovery from Chicago Nation. Over the right side, Bay Kurtz. Bay goes forward, searching for a teammate. And he finds Tyler Bagley. Tyler towards the center. Over the left side, towards Cruz held. That was a good pass. Here comes the 17-year-old. Good pass from Cruz towards the center. Klavjan. Klavjan plays it back. Noah Glorioso, the top goal scorer of the team, towards the center with Bagley. Good pressure, good recovery in the center by number 10, Elia Kambali. Over the left side, that's Little Cover making a long pass, but there's no one there. Another easy recovery for Chicago Nation. Pass over the left side. Once again, Cruz held. Cruz, short service to Elias McLeod. McLeod with Klavjan. Klavjan over the right side with Giovanni. And here comes Giovanni with the shot. There's a rebound, and it's going to be a corner kick. It had been a while since Chicago Nation tried to score. And we have the first corner kick of the match. Chicago Nation has some interesting players who could win from above. For example, Nielsen. Jose Nielsen dos Santos Loud, 6 foot. And Osga, 6'3". Chicago Nation is taking their time to execute this corner kick. The ball is in its proper position. And here comes the corner kick towards the first post. It's headed out by Kamali, but the rebound stays with Tyler Bagley. Bagley with a cross towards the center. It's headed away. Once again, Bagley with the header. Good pass towards the center. Nielsen could try to turn around and shoot, and he almost scored. Great work by the Brazilian striker Nielsen. It was a difficult play. He was able to turn around, and he almost scored. That would be the 4th attempt, at least in my personal count. It's going to be a goal kick for the goalkeeper, Ludwig Anton Paul Metzler. Metzler hailing all the way back from Germany. He played for FC St. Michael, and here in the States, he has played for Clark. "21 minutes. The goalkeeper Metzler gets ready to play, and it seems like it's going to be a long pass. The ball goes towards the midfield. Cruz Hell tries to keep the ball. Good tackle, but TVDFC still has the ball. Miguel was not expecting that good pass from his teammate Touré, and here comes Cruz Held. Here comes the left back. He opens the ball with Noah Glorioso. Glorioso plays it back with McLeod. Nilsson. Nilsson back to Elias. McLeod with Cruz. Cruz plays it back towards the center backs. First Baumgartner, then Osga. Osga searches for Giovanni over the right side. Here comes number 11 again. He saves the ball. He could make a cross or he could play back. Giovanni with good dribbling skills. Excellent work from Giovanni. The pass towards Tyler Bagley. Bagley with the cross towards the far post, searching for Glorioso. The pressure by Cruz Hell. The ball leaves the field. What's it going to be? Another corner kick. Second corner kick in the match for Chicago Nation FC. While the players of TVDFC argue with the ref. In charge of the corner kick, Tyler Bagley, the player from California. Bagley with the service towards the far post. It was a good one, but no one was able to reach for the ball. It's a goal kick for Ludwig Anton Paul Metzler. After 23 minutes, it's clear that Chicago Nation is playing how they want, how they like, and TVDFC is trying to accommodate to that. They're trying to play whenever they have the chance to recover the ball and get a counter-attack. So far, it hasn't been the case. Meanwhile, we have more messages. The people cheering for Giovanni, pra cima Giovanni, from Flavio Santos. Abraço pra Scooby. And one more message from Flavio. O Magrino já deita nesse campo aí. My Portuguese is not as good as you decipher that message. The recovery from Chicago Nation. Cruz held great pass from Noah Glorioso. Noah towards the center, over the right side, Giovanni. Giovanni could play with Berry. Instead, he plays with McLeod. McLeod is rushed. He's able to protect the ball just in time. He turns around. Passes the ball to Bay Kurtz. Here comes the right back. Bay with Giovanni. Giovanni with a good pass. And here comes the cross towards Nilsson. Nilsson over the bar. It was a good header from Nilsson. Just inches away from being a goal. 25 minutes have gone by. 20 more to go. If the game were to end in tie, we would go to extra time. 2 halves of 15 minutes. While Chicago Nation and TVDFC are tying 0-0, the other semifinal in between Wisloka and Round Lake Evolution has Wisloka winning 3-1. Here comes Miguel. Ibrahim Camille. Camille with great dribbling skills. Camille with the cross. Baumgartner getting in the way. The pass from Miguel. That seemed like a foul, but the ref doesn't blow the whistle. And Chicago Nation goes for a counterattack. It's a foul against Noah Glorioso. Free kick for Chicago Nation. Oh, that seemed like another foul, and it could be a yellow card for Marchetti. Yeah, first yellow card of the match, number 16, Andrew Marchesi. Elias had already passed the ball. There was no need to be that violent. This is the first yellow card of the match. And Chicago Nation has already played the free kick. They play over the left side. Great ball towards Glorioso. Good tackle. There's no foul. Good recovery by Conrad Saja. Over here, Camille, number 11. Camille keeps going, the player from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Nelson. Good recovery from Chicago Nation. But right there in midfield, that was Kamali recovering the ball. Marchesi lost it. Here comes Chicago Nation with McLeod. McLeod with Giovanni. Giovanni. I think it's going to be a goal kick. From my perspective, it seemed like the defender touched it just before Giovanni, but it's okay. Goal kick for TBDFC after that chance from Chicago Nation. Abraço para Inês Amadio do Brasil e para Ana Laura from Inês Madio. And another message from Maria Santos Dantas. Manda un abrazo para Mae do Giovanni. Of course. The goal kick from Metzler. Searching for somebody over the midfield. Good header. Nielsen trying to reach Giovanni. The clearance by number 10, Kambali. Over there. Bay Kurtz goes after the ball. It goes out. And it's going to be a throw-in for Chicago Nation. Right now, Wisloka Chicago is reaching the final match of the Midwestern Central Conference. Round Lake Evolution could make a comeback, but it seems difficult right now. Baumgartner over the right side, finding Bay Kurtz. Bay reaches for Giovanni, who's played an interesting first half. Giovanni controls the ball, makes across towards the far post. Nilsson! It was almost a goal from Giovanni. It's going to be a goal kick for Metzler and TBDFC. Nilsson didn't make it. And Metzler even doubted. He hesitated what he had to do. Another goal kick for TVDFC and for Ludwig Metzler. TVDFC had good numbers during the league phase of the Midwest Central Conference. In total, they won 4 games, they tied 1 match, and they lost 5, scoring 26 goals and conceding 25. What should be, I don't know if alarming, but something to take note is that they conceded goals in every single game with the exception of 1. The pressure from Chicago trying to recover the ball. That's number 10, Kambali. Kambali with Nelson. The clearance from Konrad Sarja. And that's the goalkeeper, Sebastian Doppelhofer. It's been a while since I named him. Leading the attack, we have Osga and Baumgartner. Baumgartner with the ball. Short pass to Klavjan. Klavjan back with Osga. And over the right side, Babe Kurtz. We have 15 more minutes before halftime. Tyler Bagley runs after the ball. That's number 12. Leave cover with the clearance. Throw-in for Chicago Nation. Interesting words from Garrett Hayward, if I listen correctly. To be patient. And also a message from Rose saying, send a hello to Garrett and Igor, of course. Garrett Hayward, the coach and owner of Chicago Nation. Chicago Nation wouldn't be the same without him. They are asking for a handball, but the ref doesn't blow the whistle. Nevertheless, Baumgartner has the ball, and he passes it towards the center. Klavjan. Giovanni. Giovanni playing over the left now. McLeod. McLeod passes the ball back. And here comes Kurtz with the cross. Will this be a corner kick or a goal kick, ref? Goal kick. And, of course, we want goals. Yeah, right now, everyone wants goals. I have to say, So far, the strategy from TBDFC is working out. Chicago Nation hasn't been able to create a clear opportunity, a clear chance, with one exception, maybe two, from Giovanni over the right side. They are a constant menace, of course, but in that last quarter of the field, they haven't created that much danger. Of course, TBDFC hasn't done anything related to attacking so far. They haven't shot. They haven't made a single attempt so far. But they are waiting. If this was box, they are absorbing the hits of their opponent and waiting for the right chance to strike. Just like now, there's no offside position for Marchesi. Yes, it was. Nevertheless, it was a recovery from Baumgartner. It's a free kick for Chicago Nation. The fans want goals. Watching the replay, there's no offside position. And right now, there's a foul in midfield and a yellow card to number 20, if I'm not mistaken, Jake Gross. Here we have the replay. Nielsen with the ball. And another late tackle. Another one. I'm not too sure if it was number 20 or 20. Yeah, 20. Jake Gross. Thanks a lot to our director, Bruno Giorgi. 2 yellow cards in TVDFC. Jake Gross and Andrew Marchesi. Free kick for Chicago Nation. They leave the free kick with Baumgartner, who I think is going to play in short, with McLeod. Elias McLeod, number 8. The player from Illinois, playing the ball over the right side. Kurtz back to number 8, McLeod. Quick pass from Hermoso to Nielsen. A pass over the right side for TVDFC. And they make it just in time. Here comes Camille. Number 11, Camille against Cruz. Great effort by number 11. The pass towards Miguel. Here comes the captain. Baumgartner stops the attack just right now. The cross from Davis Nelson towards the far post. And over there, that's number 12, Nathan Lidukova. Nathan with Kambali. Back to Nathan. Towards the center now with Barry. Pamadou Barry. Barry trying to make a cross here. Great run. Their recovery over the right side. And Bakerts recovers the ball with a throw-in. And he plays quickly with Tyler Bagley. Tyler tries to turn around. Klavjan helps out. But the ball is recovered by number 10, Elia Kambali. Another good chance for Marchesi. Marchesi with the captain Miguel. Here comes Miguel, the top goal scorer of the team. Good recovery. Good pressure by Elias McLeod. Over the left side. Who do we have? We have Noah Glorioso. The pass towards the center with Tyler Bagley. Bagley with Nielsen. Nielsen plays quickly with McLeod. McLeod with Giovanni, who tries to score and scores an amazing golazo! The first goal of the match. You wanted goals and you got a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, Giovanni Santos Silva scores the first goal for Chicago Nation. Chicago Nation 1. And TVDFC 0. Giovanni. What an amazing goal from Giovanni. Nothing to do for Ludwig Metzler. Giovanni was playing a really good match. And how he's able to score the first goal in the season for Chicago Nation. What do you think of that goal? Was it worth wait? Chicago Nation is defeating TBDFC, and they are reaching the final match of the Midwest Central Conference for the 3rd year in a row, for the 3rd season in a row. But the match is far from over. Good pressure, good recovery. There's no foul. Nielsen with a quick pass to Glorioso. Noah with the chance. He turns around, passes the ball back to McLeod. McLeod with Nielsen. Nielsen tries to pass in short. Once again, Giovanni. Giovanni towards Nilsson. Oh, Nilsson. This time, Nilsson couldn't score. But now it's going to be a totally different game, since TVDFC needs to score to reach the equalizer. Chicago Nation will have more spaces to create, and more importantly, more spaces to get closer to the second goal of the match. The goalkeeper Metzler trying to reach the midfield, the header from Baumgartner, and that's Tyler Bagley. Tyler Bagley with the ball, passing it back to number 20, Bakerts. Giovanni, who right now should be the man of the match, the player of the game. Baumgartner. Baumgartner back to Osga. Osga with Giovanni. Ball towards Bakerts, but Elias McLeod is the one who controls it. McLeod over the left with Baumgartner. Baumgartner could shoot from there, but instead he passes the ball to Bagley, and Kamali just clears it away. Osga with Baumgartner, not wanting any trouble with Miguel. McLeod. Nielsen back with McLeod. McLeod with Klavjen. Nick over the right side searching for Giovanni, but it was Bakerts, number 20, the one who couldn't reach for the ball in time. Throw-in for TVDFC in a defensive position with number 12, Nathan Lidukovel. Nathan playing forward, good pressure from behind, great recovery. But in the end, Jake Gross recovers the ball for TVDFC. And now the recovery for Chicago Nation. Here comes Glorioso. Noah, great pass from Noah. Nilsson with the rebound and the second goal of the match. Ladies and gentlemen, number 9, Jose Nilsson dos Santos Silva. Chicago Nation 2, TVDFC 0. Number 9, Nilsson. And with a little bit of luck, this time Nilsson was able to score. He found the ball and defeated Ludwig Metzler. Chicago Nation is winning 2-0 against TVDFC. "39 minutes. Another recovery from Chicago Nation. Baumgartner with Osga. Osga with Klavjen. Nick plays with Baumgartner. Baumgartner over the left with Cruz held, number 30. Cruz takes a breather, plays it back with McLeod. The captain goes forward. He tried to reach for Bagley, and here comes Miguel Condewall. Miguel lost the ball against the captain McLeod. And over the right side, Chicago Nation slowly but surely recovers the ball and creates another opportunity. Baumgartner. Baumgartner over the left with Noah Glorioso. Glorioso plays it back with number 6, Klavjen. Klavjen with the captain. Long ball over the right side, searching for Giovanni. The ball leaves the field. It's a throw-in for number 12, Nathan Lidukovel. Nathan plays forward towards Barry. It was a good pressure by Chicago Nation. Another throw-in for TVDFC, the team from Madison, who right now is losing in the semifinals like they did in spring season of 2025. Long pass, the clearance by Bakerts, and another chance for Chicago Nation. Nilsson plays back. Bagley with Cruz held. Here comes Cruz over the left with Noah Glorioso. Glorioso towards the center with Nilsson. Nilsson finding Tyler Bagley. Tyler searching for Giovanni. Giovanni goes after the ball, makes a cross towards the center. Glorioso! And it's the third one. Great assist by Giovanni. Noah Glorioso, number 3, scoring the third goal of the match and his 8th goal of the season. Chicago Nation 3, TVDFC 0. Noah Glorioso, number 3. An amazing pass from Bagley to Giovanni, and after that it was a good assist. Giovanni knew he didn't have the angle to shoot and score, but he spotted Noah Glorioso. He passed the ball to Noah, and the top goal scorer did what he does best. Chicago Nation is winning 3-0. I have to say, it's a fair scoreboard so far. Chicago Nation has created 9 opportunities, and they score 3 times. Good pressure, another recovery, but this time the center back, Tyler Gross, plays over the left side with Nathan Lidukoper. Nathan goes forward toward Barry, but Barry doesn't control the ball. The recovery from Osga, who plays with Baumgartner. Baumgartner with Cruz held. And yeah, right now, Chicago Nation is having a party. Cruz held goes down, but that's not a foul against him. Here to help out, Nick Klavjan. Be careful because Camille is down on the ground. The ref should stop the game. Yeah, good call by the ref. Here comes the medical staff to treat number 11, Ibrahim Camille. While we wait for the game to continue, let's go over the substitutes both teams have. Chicago Nation has Alex Ortiz, Joseph Roper, Justin Dorlach, Joseph Muñanesa, Cam Handheld, Maximiliano Padu Alvarado, Christian Marquez, Mark Hull, and Luca Rasso on the bench, waiting for their moment, while TVDFC has Jacob Lang, Dylan Vasquez, Jonas Zdano, Samuka Toure, Daniel Jimenez, John Soberon, and Patrick Bululu. Let's see if Camille is able to continue. Ibrahim recovers. Let's hope it's nothing too serious. It didn't seem like it was a nasty injury. Good thing is that we are close to the halftime. But let's hope that Ibrahim will be able to continue. The game continues with just 1 minute before the end of the regular time. 3 goals, each one scored by each one of the strikers of Chicago Nation. Glorioso, Nilsson, and Giovanni. The best goal from Giovanni. The pass from number 21, Siadja, to Gross. Jake over the left with Nathan. Nathan tries to play with Barry, number 14. And here comes number 14, Pamadou Barry. Good tackle. It was a good recovery from center back Osga. So far, Chicago Nation is playing a perfect match. Long pass, the header by Nilsson. The header now by Dennis Nelson. Here comes number 18, Nelson. Nelson struggles, but he's able to pass the ball forward. Another recovery from Chicago Nation, and they could score the 4th one before the halftime. Let's see. Cruz held, number 30. Cruz has actually played and trained with the national under-18 team of the U.S. Kurtz with McLeod, McLeod with Osga, and Osga with Baumgartner. Over the left side, let's see what happens now with Giovanni. Giovanni with Bagley. Bagley goes down. Free kick. Remember, 2 yellow cards, both of them in TVDFC. Let's see. We have 2 players in front of the ball, Bagley and Giovanni. I think it's going to be Tyler. I've seen Tyler score some amazing free kicks. But what's he going to do? The ref blows the whistle. Here comes Tyler Bagley. It's a good ball for Nilsson. It goes over the bar. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the final whistle of the first half. After 46 minutes, Chicago Nation is winning 3-0 against TBDFC. We're going to go over a little break, and we'll be right back with the halftime highlights and, of course, with the second half of this game in between Chicago Nation and TBDFC. Before going to a little break, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for following the game live on the YouTube channel of Midwest Media Network. Without them, it wouldn't be possible. And, of course, it wouldn't be possible without you and the lovely team of Better Media. We have the direction of Bruno Giorgi and the assistance of Heidi Molina. Thanks to them and thanks to all of you, this is possible. So now we are going to go over a little break. Here at College of DuPage, Chicago Nation is winning 3-0 against TVDFC. Stay tuned. Martin, into collection with the recovery. Once again, the cross. They could shoot, and it's in! about to begin here at College of DuPage. Chicago Nation is winning 3-0 against TBDFC. We have a new update. I want to say thanks a whole lot to whoever's managing the TBDFC International Instagram page, who has been keeping me updated with the updates in the roster. They told me Patrick Bolulu is playing and also Sam Johnson. There's the whistle and the second half is on. And TBDFC wants to score a goal as soon as possible in order to shorten the gap and get closer to the equalizer. Meanwhile, and following the other semifinal in between Chicago Wisloka and Round Lake Evolution, Wisloka is winning 3-2 as they are playing the last couple of minutes. That would be the first finalist of the Midwest Central Conference. And over here, the second finalist will be decided in 45 minutes or more. McLeod passes the ball over the left. That's Nilsson. Nilsson with Glorioso. Noah Glorioso with Nilsson, the striker from Brazil, over the right side. Let's see what happens now. That's number 20, Bay Kurtz. Kurtz plays it back. Right there in the center, it's number 6, Nick Klapjan. Klapjan goes forward. Over the left side, we have Cruz Held and Noah Glorioso. A good pass towards the center, but the recovery comes from the center back, Konrad Siadja. Another good interception, another good recovery from Chicago Nation. Klapjan goes with Nilsson. Nilsson fights for the ball but loses it. Siadja over the right side. There goes Ibrahim Camille. Camille with a good run. The pass towards Barry. Here to help out, Camille. Barry. Back to Camille. Ibrahim. Marchesi with number 11, Ibrahim Camille. Kambali. Number 10, Kambali goes forward with Barry. Their recovery and the clearance from number 24, Osga. Ladies and gentlemen, the other semifinal has officially ended, and Chicago Wisloka is the first finalist of the Midwest Central Conference. Wisloka Chicago qualifies for the final game, and most likely they are going to be following how this game ends up. What's the score, says Natalia? Right now, Chicago Nation is winning 3-0. Sorry if I just read it. The pass towards the captain, Miguel Condewo. Miguel lost it fair and square against Baumgartner. The center back leading the attack, passing the ball towards Noah Glorioso, but no one is there to receive that pass. It's an easy recovery for TBDFC. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for watching the game. Thank you for following the match. If it weren't for you, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you for following the game. And if you like, you can leave a message and we'll read it out live. Over here, it seems like either there's going to be a substitution or there just was a substitution and we missed it in Chicago Nation. The pass from Kurtz to Osga. Osga with McLeod. McLeod over the left. That's a good pass to Cruz Held, number 30. Giovanni is wide open on the right side. They go towards Bagley. The clearance from TVDFC. That seemed like a foul. Yeah, it's a free kick. And a warning for Ibrahim Camille. Number 6. Free kick for Chicago Nation. Right now, with this victory, they are reaching the final match of the Midwest Central Conference against Wisloka Chicago. Of course, after finishing at the top of the league phase, Chicago Nation would play here the final match. In front of the ball, we have number 10, Tyler James Bagley. Bagley with the service towards the far post, the header, and it's the fourth one of the game. Nilsson scored, but there was an offside position, wasn't it? The assistant referee raised the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a free kick for TVDFC. It's hard to say, but it seems like this one was an offside position. Nevertheless, amazing header by Nilsson. The game continues with a 3-goal difference in favor of Chicago Nation, the team from Glen Ellyn, Illinois. The pass from Bagley towards the left side, reaching Cruz Held. Help placing short with Glorioso. Glorioso plays it back. Right now, Chicago Nation has the possession of the ball. And seems like they want to keep it that way. Going forward with McLeod. McLeod searches and finds Noah Glorioso over the left. Glorioso tries to play in short. And good coverage by number 21, Konrad Siadja. Konrad was born here at Lake Forest, Illinois. He's a 24-year-old center back who has played for Chicago Magic and for Wisconsin Platteville Pioneers. The recovery from Kambali, but in the end, Chicago Nation has the ball. They are playing a good match. McLeod over the left with his teammate. Once again, McLeod. Here to help out Nielsen. Once again, Elias. McLeod protects the ball from number 6 today. It was a foul, and it's going to be a yellow card. It's going to be a free kick for Chicago Nation. I'm confused as to which player received the yellow card. Was it Camille, number 11? Let's watch the replay. The first foul is from today, number 6. Yeah, number 6, today. Third yellow card. Good pressure by Miguel, but Chicago Nation still has the ball. The pass from Nielsen to McLeod. Now the play all the way back. Good pressure from Miguel. TVDFC recovers the ball. The team from Madison, Wisconsin. Here to help out. The pass from today to number 12. Nathan Litukova. Kambali. Kambali searches for Miguel. The clearance by Osga. And it all ends up with the goalkeeper, Ludwig Metzler. From Ziadja to Gross. Gross with Touré. Touré with Kambali. Kambali with Nathan. The left back tries to play along the line. The ball leaves the field. There's going to be a substitution in a couple of minutes in Chicago Nation. Number 17, Christian Marquez, is getting ready. Most likely, either Giovanni or Noah Glorioso is going to be subbed out. At least, that's my prediction. And here comes Chicago Nation for the 4th goal of the match. Here comes Giovanni for his brace. Giovanni with the shot. That's Ludwig with a good save. And now they have to clear it away. Let's see Miguel with Marchesi. A long pass over the left. Finding number 7. That's Miguel. Miguel Condewo. With Kambali, Kambali with Barry, Barry with Marchesi. Here comes number 16. Andrew. Marchesi with Barry. Barry towards Kambali. Miguel. Miguel tries to turn around. The pressure by McLeod. Great effort by Nick Klavjan. Klavjan protects the ball and receives a foul. That's another foul for TVDFC and a quick free kick for Chicago Nation playing over the left. That's number 3, Noah Glorioso. A quick back and forth with Nick Klavjan. And over here, number 8, Elias McLeod. McLeod with a long pass towards number 11, Giovanni. Giovanni protecting the ball. Passing it to number 20, Bay Kurtz. Bay back to Giovanni. Back to Kurtz. Bay towards the center. That's Klavjan. Nielsen. Nielsen tried to play with Bagley. Another recovery from TVDFC. And over here, Baumgartner passing the ball over the left. Tyler. Tyler towards Nielsen. Good interception by Touré. Pass towards the right side. Let's see. Long pass from number 10. Kambali towards Miguel Condewo, the top goal scorer of TVDFC. Here comes Miguel. It's a good run from number 7. Miguel with a pass towards Marchesi. The clearance by Baumgartner. It's going to be a ball for TVDFC. Nathan ready to play the throw-in. Nathan goes forward with Miguel. Miguel is in a tough spot. He tries to play with Barry. Barry commits a foul. That's the 9th foul of the match for TVDFC. And it's going to be a warning, just a warning. Of course, the ref doesn't allow the game to continue because the goalkeeper, Doppelhofer, was ready to play a goal kick when it was a free kick. So, there we go. Now we resume properly. Baumgartner. Klavjan. Klavjan playing forward with Nilsson. Nilsson turns around and plays with Giovanni. The Brazilian connection. Giovanni with Bakerts. Once again, Giovanni with Klavjan. Klavjan with Baumgartner. Baumgartner searching for the left back. That's a really good ball. Let's see if it works out. Whew. That's number 15. Okay, yeah, there was a substitution. I was expecting that. That's number 15, Justin Darlage, who has been subbed in, replacing Cruz. Great pressure by Miguel, but Osga keeps the ball for Chicago Nation. So, in the end, number 30, Cruz Hell, the youngest player in the squad, at least in the starting lineup, was subbed out during halftime. He had a good match so far. Almost every single player of Chicago Nation has played a really good game. But I want to give a shout out to Cruz because I said it earlier. Tomorrow is his 18th birthday. So congratulations, Cruz. Free kick now for TVDFC. Tyler Bagley with the pressure, trying to recover the ball. The pressure from Baumgartner. Bagley recovers the ball. Here comes Tyler. The ref should have awarded an advantage rule. It's going to be a free kick for Chicago Nation. That's number 20, Bay Kurtz with McLeod. Once again, Kurtz with Klavjan over the left side. That's number 15, Justin Darlach. Glorioso. Glorioso tries to play in short with Tyler. Bagley turns around. Tyler tried to reach for Giovanni. That's number 20, Bay Kurtz, playing all the way back with the goalkeeper, Sebastian Doppelhofer. The Austrian goalkeeper over the left, Christian Baumgartner. Baumgartner with a great pass to Noah Glorioso. There's no offside position here. Glorioso with the cross. And who's going to win it? McLeod wins a corner kick for Chicago Nation. They played in short. McLeod with Bagley. The midfielder from California. Here comes Osga. Osga plays in short. It's a good chance. If they wait, it was an offensive foul from Nielsen. Free kick for TVDFC. Free kick for TVDFC as we approach the 15th minute of the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the broadcast, if you're enjoying the match, once again, we encourage you to leave a like. It really helps out. Here we have a substitution in Chicago Nation. The game has officially ended for number 6, Nick Klavjan, and number 5, Joseph Munyanesa was subbed in. Over there, that's number 10, Kambali. Good pressure by McLeod. Nilsson. Nilsson goes down. Free kick. And they already played it. That's Bagley. Bagley with number 11, Giovanni. Giovanni keeps going, passing the ball to Bay Kurtz. Bay Kurtz with Giovanni. The Brazilian winger passing the ball back to his teammate Osga. But in the end, that ball ends out of the field with a goal kick for TVDFC. So far, Chicago Nation has made 2 substitutions. Let's see. The pass from Siadja to Gross. Long pass from the center back, searching for Miguel. The header from Baumgartner, and that's Ibrahim Camil. Miguel with Barry. Pomadou. Barry tries to shoot. Is it going to be a corner kick? It's a corner kick for TVDFC. The first corner kick of the match for TVDFC in 60 minutes of the game. I'm going to give the first attempt to TVDFC after that shot from Barry. That would be the first attempt of TVDFC in the game so far. In charge of the corner kick, number 16, Andrew Marchesi, the midfielder from Madrid. Here comes the service, headed away. The rebound. There's no offside position so far. Marchesi with the header towards the center. The clearance from Muñanesa off the crossbar, and it's another corner kick. Well, Muñanesa almost scored the first goal of the match for TVDFC. It was off the football post, not the crossbar. Meanwhile, in the World Cup, Ecuador and Curaçao are tying 0-0. Here at College of DuPage, we have all the goals. Marchesi with another service towards the far post. The clearance from Chicago Nation. And it could be an interesting counterattack. But just in time, they played back. Ibrahim Camil over the left. That's number 12, Nathan, with number 7, the captain, Miguel. Oh, the ball is recovered? No. Siadja over the right side, and now towards the center with Bocarme Touré. That's Barry. Barry towards Miguel. Miguel towards the left side. It's a good ball for number 12. Here comes Nathan. Nathan is not able to shoot. Andrew Marchesi keeping the ball for TVDFC. Free kick for TVDFC. They are asking for a yellow card. Will the ref actually show it? Yeah. Number 8, the captain, Elias McLeod. And a red card. Did McLeod already had a yellow card before? Because if that's the case, we didn't realize. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a red card for McLeod. For the rest of the game, Chicago Nation will play with 10 players. And not only that, but McLeod will not be able to play in the final game of the Midwest Central Conference if Chicago Nation still makes it. This is a yellow card, but I could swear that he wasn't shown a yellow card before that. And here we have the replay. The ref is quite clear. Yellow card and immediately a red one. And here comes the free kick towards the far post. Doppelhofer punches the ball away. With 10 players, Chicago Nation is winning, and now they are going for the 4th goal of the match. They are 2 strikers, 2 forwards against 3 defenders, and the 3 defenders win. It was a good coverage. Goal kick for TVDFC. And here comes a substitution in TVDFC. Coming to the field, number 9, Samuka Toure. Ladies and gentlemen, the game has officially ended for number 6, Toure. And now it's time for Samuka Toure. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I think head coach Benny Delgado is making a good call. with one less player, you have to risk it right now. One more striker, one more forward, and here comes TBDFC. Torre tried to play with Marchesi, the recovery. And let's see what happens now with Chicago Nation. Giovanni. Nielsen over the left. It's a good ball for Darlach. But Noah Glorioso has it. Great work from our director, Bruno Giorgi, who went over the fouls and recovered the first yellow card for number 8, Elias McLeod. The pass from number 20, Kurtz, to Osga. Osga with Baumgartner. Baumgartner goes forward now, keeping the attack going. Munyanisa. Joseph with Giovanni, back to Joseph. Joseph instead plays back with Baumgartner. And the center back just wastes a little bit of time for Joseph to grab the ball and pass it over the left with Justin Darlach. Back to the center backs. TBDFC has to put pressure. Yeah, and that's what they're doing. 25 minutes and it's over. Long pass searching for Bagley. Good interception. Good recovery by Kambali. But watch out here. Nielsen with Bagley. Tyler with the shot. Goal kick for Ludwig Metzler. Here we have the first yellow card for McLeod. During the first half, we missed it, but our great director, Bruno Giorgi, spotted the foul and was able to show it us. So that was the first yellow card for McLeod. Then he received the second one. Nothing to argue with the ref, not at least in the second foul. And Chicago Nation is winning, but with one less player on the field. Still, it's been a great match from Chicago Nation so far, even with the red card. And now, here comes Giovanni. Giovanni towards Bagley. Good recovery by number 20, Jake Gross. Gross with Barry. Long pass to number 7, the captain. And with a little bit of suspense, the goalkeeper, Sebastian Doppelhofer, saves the ball from Miguel Condego. The pass from Sev towards the right side. Here comes Bay Kurtz. Long pass from Bay. It's a good one for Nilsson. Great recovery by number 10, Elia Kambali. And Chicago Nation is preparing another substitution as soon as the ball leaves the field. 22 minutes, and the game is over. The pass going forward towards Miguel, but no one is there, not to control it. Bon Osga, Munyanesa. The pass from Kurtz to Osga. Osga with Baumgartner, and that's Joseph Munyanesa. Joseph protects the ball. Number 4 is going to be subbed in. Maximiliano Padua. Max Padua. Baumgartner. The pass from Giovanni back to Baumgartner. And this is what Chicago Nation is going to do from now on. They'll play it safe. They'll try to tire out TBDFC. And if they find a spot, they'll go for the 4th goal of the match. Over the right side, Kurtz with Osga. Osga with Munyanesa. Munyanesa goes forward, but he finds the center back, number 20, Jake Gross. Jake Louis Gross, the 25-year-old that has actually played back in the Faroe Islands in Europe. Long pass, but there's nobody there. Another easy recovery for the Austrian goalkeeper, Sev Doppelhofer. Bay Kurtz. Hertz plays forward with Noah Glorioso. Glorioso with Munyanesa. And the game keeps going. Munyanesa towards Justin Darlange. Darlange playing towards the center with Tyler Bagley. Tyler over the right side. Tyler has actually played in the UPSL before. He has played in a whole different conference. He has played for Texas Spurs in the Texas North Conference. Nilsson with Tyler. Great pass to number 10. The midfielder from California goes down. They are asking for a foul, but the ref allows the game to continue. The ball towards Glorioso. Glorioso with Nilsson. Nilsson back to Noah. Glorioso tries to pass the ball towards the center, but it's cleared away. That's number 11, Ibrahim Camil. The pass from Touré towards the right side. 25 minutes of the second half have already gone by. We have 20 more. Touré. Touré protects the ball. Now he turns around and plays over the left. He finds number 11, Ibrahim Camil. Here comes Camil. Long pass to Miguel. Here comes the captain. The captain against Giovanni. Miguel tried to make a nutmeg. He couldn't do so, but he's going to recover the ball. Miguel towards the center. Here comes Marchesi. Andrew. He tried to chip it in. Sebastian Doppelhofer recovers the ball, and now he's going to waste a little bit of time. Ladies and gentlemen, how you're doing? What do you think about the match so far? You can leave those messages and many more on the YouTube chat of the Midwest Media Network's YouTube channel. Thank you for following the game. Thank you for supporting your team. Thank you for cheering on your friends and family. The pass over the right side towards Bay Kurtz. Kurtz tries to turn around. He's able to pass the ball forward towards Joseph Munyanesa. Joseph goes down. That's not a foul. Nathan with Miguel. Here comes the top goal scorer, leaving the ball to Marchesi. They fake a cross, and they pass the ball to Cambali. Cambali with Miguel. Miguel shoots. Doppelhofer. That's the first attempt on target by TVDFC. Baumgartner with the ball. Christian plays forward. Nilsson leaves the ball with Bagley. Once again, Nilsson. Here comes the Brazilian striker searching for his brace. Nilsson with the shot. It got blocked. It's going to be a corner kick for Chicago Nation. But first, the substitutions. We have number 4, Padua, and number 17, Marquez. Which players are going to be subbed in? Which players are going to be subbed out? First, Giovanni, number 11. The other one, Noah Glorioso. Here we have the first substitution. Giovanni out, Padua in. The other one, number 3 out, Glorioso. Christian Marquez, number 17, in. Those are the 2 substitutions Garrett Hayward has made. And here comes the corner kick. The service towards the far post. The clearance is not perfect. And here comes number 20. The shot by Bay Kurtz. Apparently there was a handball by Bay, so it's going to be a free kick for Chicago Nation, for TVDFC. Miguel goes after the ball, since Seb doesn't want to pass it. Despite playing with one less player than TVDFC, it doesn't really show in the field. TVDFC has played more offensively, but Chicago Nation is guarding the fort quite well so far. Darlange playing a short pass towards the center. Now going forward with Tyler Bagley. Tyler with number 9, Nilsson. Nilsson over the right side with number 20, Bay Kurtz. Kurtz towards the center with Munyanesa. And Chicago Nation just keeps it going. Nilsson. Nilsson towards Marquez. Here comes number 17, Christian Marquez. Marquez protects the ball. Good work by Christian. It was a good pressure by TVDFC, but it's going to be a throw-in for Chicago Nation, the home team, who right now are reaching the final match of the Midwest Central Conference against Wisloka, Chicago. The recovery from number 11, Camille, towards Toure. Toure keeps going. Good pressure by Bay Kurtz. Throwing for Chicago Nation, and Bay already played it. That's Padua. Max playing with Bagley. Tyler towards the center with Max. Here comes Max with the shot, got blocked. Toure. Last 15 minutes. Keeping the ball, Nathan towards the center with Toure, number 9. Toure goes forward, but he doesn't find anybody. He only finds the goalkeeper, Sebastian Doppelhofer. That's number 24, Osga. Munyanesa towards number 20, Bay Kurtz. Kurtz back to Osga. Vaughn has the ball and passes it to the goalkeeper, Sebastian Doppelhofer. With this scoreboard, Chicago Nation is keeping a clean sheet for the 6th time in the season and for the 4th time in a row. Munyanesa. Joseph doesn't rush. Instead, he plays in short. And now here comes Tyler Bagley. Good work by Nathan, who blocked the pass. Kambali plays it back with Tyler Gross. Tyler tried to play forward with the strikers, but he didn't have anybody there. The center back, Osga with Bay Kurtz. The right back trying to make a long pass towards the strikers, and it's a good one. Here comes number 17, Marquez. Marquez for the 4th one, and that's the goalkeeper, but be careful. Marquez catches the ball again, and that's number 12, Nathan Litukova, saving TVDFC from receiving the 4th goal of the game. In between Nathan and Ludwig, TVDFC is still losing, but just by 3. It's going to be a corner kick for the home team. Here comes the cross. It's headed away by TVDFC. Who's going to win the rebound? Nilsson with Osga. Osga protects the ball. He passes it to Bagley. Tyler towards the far post. It's a good cross. The recovery. And that's Tyler Gross clearing the ball away. It's a great pass. Miguel is wide open over the left. Here comes the pass towards Miguel. Miguel controls it. He tries to go towards the center. And Bay Kurtz has just saved Chicago Nation from conceding tonight.
Oh, that didn't even go up?
The pass from Justin Darlach back to the center back. And that's Justin. Max Padua. Padua with Bagley. Bagley with Darlach. Back to Bagley. Good recovery from TVDFC. Kambali. Here comes number 10. Kambali passes the ball to number 12. Nathan tried to play forward, but once again, he only finds the goalkeeper, Ludwig Metzler. Bay Kurtz with Osga. Osga towards the center with Padua. Maximiliano with Marquez. Christian plays it back with Bay Kurtz. Kurtz back to the goalkeeper, Sebastian Doppelhofer, who plays with Baumgartner. On. It's not a good pass. It's not a good control. The recovery from Toure. Toure with Miguel. Miguel quickly plays with Barry. Barry is in the box. Barry tries to play back with Toure. The recovery from Darlach, who goes down. It's a free kick for Chicago Nation.
No, I just know.
And another substitution. Ladies and gentlemen, getting ready to be subbed in. It's number 12, Luca Rasso. And number 9, Nilsson, is going to be subbed out. Today, Nilsson had a good match. He scored 2 goals. One of them was disallowed, but nevertheless, Nilsson played a good match. There we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, as we reach the final 10 minutes of regular time, we have 15 likes. Yeah. Let's see, because I know we have almost 40 people following the match. Could we reach maybe 20 likes? Would it be too much to ask? Let's see. That's at least my goal for tonight. TVDFC tries to make a long pass over the left. Miguel trying to play with Barry. The clearance by Kurtz. From behind, Tyler Bagley passes the ball to Osga, and Osga plays forward. Bagley with Justin Darlach. Justin playing in short with Marquez. Their recovery from Marchesi. Andrew plays forward, but there's nobody there. The ball slowly goes out. It's a goal kick for Chicago Nation. Okay, we reached 16. Okay, we're slowly getting there ourselves as well. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we're able to reach 20 likes. Goal kick for Sebastian Doppelhofer. Sebastian has played for Lewis University here at the States. They're asking for a foul from Marquez, and the ref blows the whistle. It's another foul from Chicago Nation, the 9th one in the match. Free kick for TVDFC, and they already played it. Toure over the right side with Marchesi. Marchesi finding his teammate Davis Nelson, who tries to make a cross, but the ball goes out. Another goal kick for Chicago Nation with only 9 minutes, and another substitution, this time in TVDFC. That's number 13 and number 2. Let's see. Number 2 is Jonah Zdano. Jonah is being subbed in for number 20, Jake Gross. I'm going to check. Number 13. We didn't actually had a number 13. Unless it's Daniel Jimenez, it could be Daniel, because we were told Daniel was going to use the jersey number 15, but that jersey went to Patrick Bolulu. Well, nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, the game continues, and here comes Chicago Nation with Justin Darlach. We reached 17 likes. Thank you. Let's see if we reach 20. And here comes Chicago Nation for the 4th goal of the match. But TVDFC recovers it and plays quickly over the left. Here comes number 13. I'm going to call him Danny because I don't have his name on my roster. Danny towards Miguel. Munyanesa with a good pressure. And that's number 11, Camille Ibrahim. The pass from Miguel to Camille. Camille plays it back. That's number 18, Nelson with Kambali. Kambali with Toure. And here comes number 9. Toure with Marchesi. Marchesi with a good pass to Miguel. Miguel leaves the ball for number 13. There was a deflection, wasn't there? No. It's going to be a goal kick. Just a goal kick for Chicago Nation. And another substitution. Well, that's number 16, Joseph Roper. Who's going to be subbed out? Is it going to be Tyler? Yeah. Number 10, Tyler Bagley is going to be subbed out. Number 16, Joseph Roper is being subbed in. Brazilians for the win, says Adrian. And, well, yeah. The Brazilians, 2 of them, score in this match against TVDFC. 2 out of the 3 goals came from the Brazilian talent. One of them from Nielsen, the other one from Giovanni. And we reached 20. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We reached 20 likes. Thanks for your help. Thank you for enjoying the match. We still have 6 more minutes. Leading the attack for TVDFC, Andrew Marchesi. Will TVDFC be able to score before the end of the match? They've had a good season. And I said it before at the start. TVDFC has been quite an interesting team since they entered the UPSL back in spring of 2025. This being their 3rd season in the United Premier Soccer League, has been their 3rd time in the playoffs and the 2nd time in the semifinals. It's not easy to be among the top 4 of the conference, especially against such strong teams as Chicago Nation, Wisloka Chicago, and Round Lake Evolution. TVDFC has played a good season, but tonight Chicago Nation has been the better team. That's something that you can't argue against. The pass towards Max Padua. Padua in a good chance to make a cross. Marquez is waiting the pass. It's a corner kick. Corner kick for Chicago Nation as we play the last 5 minutes of the game. And of course, being 3 goals up, Chicago Nation is not in a rush to play the corner kick. The one in charge of the service is number 4, Maximiliano Padua Alvarado. The only piece of bad news for Chicago Nation tonight has been that Elias McLeod will be missing the final match, the championship game against Wisloka. Alvarado towards the far post. Too far. They try to play in short. That's number 12. Good ball to number 12. Here comes Luca Raso. Raso plays it back with Kurtz. Kurtz just protects the ball and tries to play in short. Chicago Nation keeping the ball. It goes out. It's a throw-in for TVDFs. For TVDFC. There we go. Another long pass. Good header from Bay. Joseph Munyanesa. Joseph playing in short. Leading the attack. Baumgartner playing over the left with Darlange. Another good ball for Baumgartner. Here comes Christian. Baumgartner with the cross towards number 16. That's Joseph Roper. Joseph on the right side with Bay Kurtz. Bay is going to try to make a cross. Good coverage by Nathan Litokova. But yeah, the ref has to stop the game for a moment, for a second, to allow the player from TVDFC to recover properly. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember the date. Next weekend, although we don't know if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday, although I think it's going to be Saturday, Chicago Nation against Wisloka Chicago. The battle of the Midwest Central Conference, searching for a spot in the Nationals of the UPSL.
You still coaching?
The pass towards Joseph Munyanesa.
Oh yeah? Better than the Viter guys?
Munyanesa with the ball, trying to turn around. It's going to be a throw-in for TVDFC. The ref, in my opinion here, makes a mistake. It should have been a throw-in for TVDFC. There goes the ball towards the center, towards Marquez. Marquez turns around from behind. Jake Gross sends the ball out. Goal kick for the goalkeeper, Ludwig Metzler.
Oh, this is going to be your home field?
Chicago Nation will try to win the Midwest Conference for the 9th time in their history, for the 3rd time in a row, against a really tough team. The only team who was able to defeat them during the league phase. Over here, number 18, Nelson. Nelson playing with Kambali. Kambali with number 9, Tore. Tore over the right side.
Yeah, you knew Viter was going down.
That's Jake Gross. The pass towards Tore. Tore once again over the right side.
Yeah, he looked great. I can't believe it.
Let's see what TVDFC wants to do before the final whistle. Over the left side, Kambali is wide open. Instead, they make a great pass to Miguel. Miguel con the wall. He tries to make a cross, and that's Doppelhofer. He loses the ball, and he finally finds it. He made a mistake, but he made up for it. It was a good run by Miguel. A pass towards the center. It was a mixture of a pass and a shot. And Doppelhofer saves Chicago Nation. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we reach the final minute of regular time. Long ball for Nelson. Good control with the chest and a short pass towards the center. The pressure by Raso. But TVDFC still has the ball. Miguel Condeguo. Long pass from Miguel. Offside position. Free kick for Chicago Nation.
Oh, really?
Quickest kid, first 5 steps. I've never seen a kid quicker than him in my life.
Yeah?
In my life. I mean, he was gone.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. I imagine his.
Yeah, a clear offside position. Nothing to argue with the assistant referee.
Oh, wow.
So if you double team Nino,
Ladies and gentlemen, the regular time has officially ended.
CDM, too, to play.
We now play injury time, a couple of extra minutes due to lost time.
We'll just go through and score.
between the two of them, they scored 87.
The ref is telling Marchesi
One season?
to go out of the field.
Wow.
There's going to be a substitution, probably for Marchesi.
That's how they walked up to me and said, hey, look, you want to score goals, you want to put defense. I said, I want to score goals. He said, because he ain't going to do both. I said, okay. I said, can you at least attempt to get back?
Take it. Maybe a little bit. He didn't get your coaching prowess, though, did he? Nina?
Soccer's made his life.
5 more minutes. If I understood correctly, we're going to be playing 5 more minutes.
Good for him.
That's the goalkeeper, Ludwig Metzler. Ludwig over the right side.
How old's his son?
TVDFC
Oh,
has played better than Chicago Nation since they lost Elias McLeod, since they are playing with 1 less player.
He got into something else at that point. But soccer's,
But
he left soccer's.
Chicago Nation has also taken their sweet time.
He was doing the
They didn't rush things.
Yeah, and he was doing the European.
And in the end, they made substitutions to
I'm going to take my kid.
preserve
Listen, Neil said, no,
some of their most experienced players to keep them fresh for the final match, for the championship game.
obviously, you had to back the
That's Tore, number 9. Tore keeps going. He passes the ball over the left with number 13. They could play back. Instead, they make a cross towards the center.
I'll try.
Over the far post, trying to make a run for it, is number 18, Davis Nelson. Nelson plays it back. Here comes the service, cleared away by Christian Baumgartner. And this could be a counterattack if they play correctly. Good recovery by Jake Gross, number 20. Jake over the right side. Oh, unfortunately went out. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the match. After 92 minutes, Chicago Nation has done it. They defeated TVDFC 3-0 thanks to the goals scored by Giovanni, Nilsson, and Noah Glorioso. Thanks to those 3 goals, Chicago Nation has made it all the way to the Midwest Central Championship game against Wisloka Chicago. But that's going to be next week. Here we have the match highlights, the best of the best. This amazing goal, the best one of the match, from Giovanni, all the way from Isla da Flores. The second one from Nilsson, and the third one after that great pass from Bagley, the center, the cross from Giovanni Chunoa, and the final goal. Here we have the final stats of the game. There's nothing to discuss or argue with the game overall, because Chicago Nation has been the better team. They created so much more, and in the end, they defeated TBDFC in what's been an interesting and good match. Here we have the team stats overall, with 2 yellow cards in TBDFC, 1 red card in Chicago Nation, 12 shots in total for Chicago Nation, 6 of them on target. And so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for following the game live. It has been a pleasure broadcasting this game for you guys here at Midwest Media Network, with the direction of Bruno Giorgi, the assistant of Kenny Molina, and of course the camera from Peter Masiuk. Here at College of DuPage, Chicago Nation has defeated TVDFC 3-0, and they will play the championship match of the Midwest Central Conference next week. Bye-bye.